Well, the ABA it has such an important role in the formulation of policy that affects our justice system. When the House of Delegates takes a position and votes on a resolution, we have 12 people in our government affairs office in Washington that goes to Capitol Hill and they lobby for those positions. If we don't have information, empirical data, and research as provided by the American Bar Foundation, we would make the wrong policy decisions. So it's essential, if we're going to have good, sound policy, that policy be based on solid research and data that can truly move the justice system forward in a way that's more fair to more people in our country.
The ABA is the premier legal association in the country, perhaps the world. And the American Bar Foundation, similarly, is the premier research institute for the study of law, for the study of the relationships between law and society.
There's not another research institute like the American Bar Foundation. Working here allows you to do large-scale, long-term research that follows the same people over time to look at how their careers progress or how their cases progress. It allows you to really go in depth to uncover difficult concepts. And so having a place that's focused on research about law from the perspective of wanting to understand justice claims, justice claiming, and the possibilities of law, there's just nothing like it.
The fellows are a critical part of the American Bar Foundation, and if you think of the faculty the people in the faculty who do the research work, if they are the mind or the brain of the foundation, I really believe the fellows are the heart of the foundation. The fellows are the group that brings the profession to the foundation and bridges the gap between the foundation and the profession. Well, we limit our membership, if you will, or we limit the number of invitations we give to fellows to a very small percentage, below 1% of the entire profession. So it is a very honorific organization. It's an honor to be invited to become a fellow.
When you accept an invitation to become a fellow, you are joining a group of lawyers that have accomplished many things and have been recognized for their contributions not only to the law, but to the community. You thereby become part also of something that is bigger than yourself. You are enabling the foundation to do research that will enhance the lives of many Americans. It is just an opportunity for you to make a difference and to give back.
The Fellows is a great group. It's a great group of lawyers, it's a great group of academicians, and of just judges and folks who are interested in making sure that they can do research or support research into the profession and into the justice system. And they're interesting people. From a professional point of view, I practice law every day. That's what I do for my living. And consequently, I find coming to American Bar Foundation events extraordinarily enriching. It helps me be a better lawyer. I've spent some time with Sherry Diamond and her jury studies. I have heard people talk with regard to Laura Beth Nilsson and her research on employment law cases, and since I'm a management, labor and employment lawyer, it matters to me. And what they tell me informs me, and I can then use it in my practice on a day-to-day basis.
So I opened up the letter and it said, this is an honor to be invited to join. You meet other people who are important in the legal profession, and you can work to support this organization that does unbiased, empirical, factual research on the law and how it works in the legal profession. I thought that was terrific. I felt really honored, and I joined. And you know, I would say what the two things that are probably most rewarding about this are you get to meet lawyers from all over the country. And the conversations are quite rewarding and interesting. It's a different take on how you interact normally with lawyers. But I also appreciate the fact that even as an academic, and certainly as somebody who's just interested in the future of the legal profession, there's so much that I don't know about how law actually works, how it impacts the economy, what hidden costs might be built into a particular legal rule or doctrine. And ABF scholars do that work. And as a fellow, you learn about it. And I see the fellows of the American Bar Foundation as a vehicle to learn about the law from a different perspective, social science, empirical research, practical applications of how law is impacting the world, so that we can not only learn about that ourselves, but teach the public about it too.
I I'm always excited when I meet a fellow, and I start, first of all, with a great degree of excitement and gratitude. I thank them for their work, and I think it's a pretty unique club, but what I think in that uniqueness, it's just a unique opportunity to serve at a different and higher level. And I think people are excited when they know that they are a part of making all of this stuff happen.
I would hope that one of the great advantages of being a fellow is that the American Bar Foundation research faculty provide a window into worlds that fellows otherwise would not see. And the research faculty themselves make very considerable efforts to try and brief fellows about the very latest research and the frontiers of research. I believe fellows also provide some real contribution to the way in which we go about our work, because the fellows, after all, are experienced practitioners, distinguished practitioners, whether they be judges or practicing lawyers. And many of the fellows are engaged in some of the activities that we're studying.
Well, quite simply, without the fellows of the American Bar Foundation, we really wouldn't have a foundation of any strength and depth. They disseminate the good works of the foundation. They go into their communities and talk in their courtrooms and in their civic clubs and rely on the work of the American Bar Foundation and get the word out to the practitioners and leaders, thought leaders in their communities about the good work of the foundation, and they rely on data, and they use that data in talking points when they give speeches. And so they are the lifeblood of the organization in terms of making sure that the work of the foundation is not restricted just to scholars, but is vastly utilized throughout the legal community and throughout the justice system.